Like I say, there are those people out there that know who I am. They know what I am. I know how long I've been around and how long and what I've done. I directed things like the Indians to get pelts for the Europeans or for the other people of cold, which they happily did since I had been their chief or their leader for so long. Um, Although no Indian people now know who I am anymore, or at least they had no dealings with me of the past. Like I said, you would have to be at least 2 or 3 thousand years old to really know who I really truly was back then and how I led people for so long. As the years went by, I um, I led my people to do all kinds of things. I've led them since the three sound verbal communication, which was very simple, and but yet I could still direct people and I could still have things done. Although mostly it was like tools, how to make tools, how to hunt, and later on it was how to take down a buffalo for the first time, which took some work, but then we did it. And it was like, yes, we've done it. We took down a buffalo. Even some wild deer were hard to get until we got the bow. There are those people who live within my world and who exist and live. And then there is me. Um, I directed people how to make things and how to build things and how to do things. And and I had great warriors underneath me. The Incas, the Aztecs, the Mayans. Um, I was pretty much undisputed ruler of the earth. I had many groups underneath me, and they were all very loyal to me. Um, you could say religiously, but it was more like because I was helping them so much, and I didn't mind. I liked to help, and I did. I helped them build things. I helped them make things. I helped the ancient Chinese. They they made things for me, and they made things for themselves, which greatly helped them. The first Chinese writing, the first swords, stuff like that. I directed them, and they did experiments on my command. Like I said, there were many turning points in Earth's history and my history where I directed the Earth to do certain things. The first Chinese samurai or katana. Many ideas. And the first deep mine shaft that is 16 man heights high, or deep, I mean. Till then, we just dug up or dug in. We never dug down. We never dig down. We dig up. We dig across, but we don't dig down until we got pumps. That is, the first experiments with that were Japanese fans, and they fanned, and that worked. They got down about 16 to 80 man heights. It was just an experiment, and once they started getting lightheaded, I was like, all right, pull them out. That's it. I'm done. There was even one where they had people fanning to try and get the airflow to go down, and they got down about 80 man heights. Although, later on we got the first bamboo piping, and we were able to get down about 80 to 160 man heights, and even deeper. It was only a small group of doing it, one mine really, that was working, doing it. And they're just taking the ore out, and I was basically just making sure they stayed fed, pretty much, and clothed, or whatever. It was basic times, very basic. But and that was just one little project. I had all these other projects going on too. 32 people to dig down to dig a hole wasn't all that bad, and they were very good, loyal people. Like, oh, I love them. I love my people. They were willing to do anything for me, and they did. But and on the site on this, I think I might have had 3 holes total. But on this site, we later on had the first carbon dioxide research team, and even the first bamboo piping, and wooden piping. But we found out the German scientist, or not German, I think it was a British scientist that actually did it for me. I think they were the ones who actually discovered the carbon dioxide in the hole, and what it was. They defined it first. My expert team of scientists out of England, and even German scientists, I think, they're the ones who did it. Yeah, there might have been some Russian people there too. Like I said, I had 3 groups going usually on these things, so just to compare data and stuff. Anyway, because I had mines all around the world. So anyway, so we dug down, we defined that, and the mines were also used for warmth, to keep people warm, because there were places where there was climate change, and it would snow like 60 feet, 120 feet. There were places in the Himalayas where only certain minerals could be found, or at least at the time. Anyway, it's a very, very long period of time, and it's kind of hard to understand, or kind of hard to rationalize, because I am who I am. I've always been this person. I've always been leader of the earth. Well, until maybe more recent times. But biblical pastimes, I was Lucifer, the man digging in the earth, or the man having people dig in the earth. The person who directed forts to be made, the person who did all things. We dug deep down the holes, we dug into the earth, we dug into a volcano, almost. Later on we did nuclear explosions and all kinds of things. So anyway, though, like I said, I've been leading people since Aztec times, and had many things created. I was the person who directed and paid for the first, or had the first movie made. I was the first person to have the first post office. I was the first person to have just about everything, really. Or have it done, actually. I directed. Brought the earth into the state that it is. For better or worse. Mostly better. I think the earth I think humanity has come a long ways. I'm quite proud of what my people have done, really. Anyway, that's why I'm considered the chosen one, the Messiah, because I led the people. I led them into the mines to stay warm. I led them to warmer places. I led them to create aqueducts. I led them to create the first sewer systems. I led them to create the first first fireplaces. I was there when they learned to use fire to cook meat. I was there when they took down the first buffalo, or at least my orders were, my direction. Anyway, most people of the old days would have known me. Present day has forgotten who I am. Anyway, it's one of those things, I'm basically like a holdover from the past, when humanity needed a leader, needed an inventor. I was the leader and inventor. So, anyway. Old legendary person. Person of legend. Lucifer. I love my people. I do. I always have. But anyway.